everyone, welcome back to another video. I'm Vanessa, and if you're new here, I make lots of bookish and writing related content. So if that's something you're into, stick around and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my New Year's resolution. New Year's is just right around the corner, and so it's time to set some new goals and to kind of see where I fell with my old goals. So let's dive right in. So I'm gonna first recap my goals from 2020 and see how I did with those. So for 2020, I had reading goals, writing goals, and goals for this channel. So first off, my reading goals was to read 50 books total this year, which so far, and I should say that I am filming this video a couple weeks early. We are still in the beginning of December as I'm filming this, so I could finish more books. I do plan on finishing more books before the end of the year. So some of these numbers could change, but as of now, as of the time that I'm filming, this is where I'm at. So far, I've read 65 books this year, and another goal was to read 10 middle grade books. I've read 4 middle grade books so far this year. I do have one more on my TBR for this month, but I don't think I'm going to be getting to that 10 middle grade books this year. I read a lot of nonfiction this year and a lot of standalones. So, NYA. So, yeah, didn't get to too many middle grade. The next goal was 10 adult books. Again, I only got to 5 adult books so far. I do have 2 more adult books on my TBR for December, so hopefully I can get to them before the end of the month, and then I'll be at 7, but that's where I'm at so far. 3 classics was another goal. I have read 0 classics this year. I feel like I need to just get rid of that goal on my list, because I feel like I kind of put it on my list year after year, and I'm not a classics person. I don't really like classics. I try, but I have such a hard time with them. So that's not going to be a goal for my next year. But no, I've read no classics this year. My next goal was to read more of my backlist books, which I think I did do that. The next one was to read 1 nonfiction book per month. I've read a total of 26 nonfiction books so far this year, and I'm currently reading another one, so that'll be 27 once I'm done with that. So I have completely surpassed this goal. I read a lot of nonfiction this year. Another reading goal was to read 4 tomes, which tomes I consider to be books that are 500 pages or more. So at least 4 tomes this year. I've read 3 so far. I do have 1 on my TBR for this month. We'll see if I can get to it before the end of the month. But I did read 3 tomes this year so far. And the last goal was to read 5 series for this year. I'm pretty sure I completed that. I think I've finished 5. The only reason I'm kind of unsure is because one series that I read at the beginning of this year, I thought was a duology, but then it seemed like there was supposed to be a 3rd book, but I don't think the 3rd book ever got published or ever came out. And so I'm like, is it a duology? Is it finished? Is it not? I don't know. I'm gonna count it as if it is finished and it's a duology. And I'm gonna say yes, I've finished 5 series. Not that many series this year. 'Cause like I said, I did read quite a few standalone books and a lot of nonfiction. Next are my writing goals. And let's see, the first one I had was publish my nonfiction book. I did not do that this year, and I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if I'm still going to publish that book for other reasons that I won't get into right now. In this video, I will probably talk about it at a later date in another video entirely. But yeah, I don't know about that book. The second goal was to complete the first draft of at least one of my fiction projects, because I had a couple different fiction projects that I've been working on, and I did complete one. I did complete the first draft of one of them during NaNoWriMo this year. NaNoWriMo was a huge help, so I did a NaNoWriMo update video a couple weeks ago about what I learned during NaNoWriMo and just my experience. So I will leave that link down below in the description box. The next goal was to write a script episode of SVU. This was just a fun goal for me to do for myself. I wanted to try screenwriting, script writing, and I wanted to try writing a script of an SVU episode. I did not get around to that this year. Maybe I will next year, I don't know. But either way, it's just a fun little side project for me. The next one was to develop a consistent writing schedule. And I think I kind of figured that out. NaNoWriMo helped with this as well. I feel like I do better writing earlier during the day, because if I feel like I'm super creative at night, I'm a night owl, and I feel like I'm super creative at night. However, I'm also very lazy and unmotivated at night, and I do not want to write at night unless I'm doing like writing sprints with others. Then I can do that at night, but otherwise on my own, nighttime is hard for me. So I feel like for me it's better to write earlier during the day. So I think I'm going to stick with writing time between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. That's what I've been trying during Nano, is 11 to 3, and I think that works out well. So that's what I want to try to continue with in the new year. And my last writing goal was to write 4 new short stories. And I've written way more than 4 short stories, because I've written flash fiction this year, and that's the first time I've ever done any flash fiction stories. But me and a couple other writers this year were doing like a weekly flash fiction challenge for a while. And so for a few weeks I was doing a new flash fiction story every week or every other week. And so I've definitely written more than 4 new stories this year. I also did write one longer short story, longer than flash fiction, that I sent out to my newsletter subscribers. So if you guys ever want to read any of my short stories, my flash fiction, all of my sneak peeks and all of that, make sure to subscribe to my newsletter. I will leave the link down below, but my newsletter subscribers get access to the members only page on my website, and that page has all of my flash fiction, short stories, sneak peeks of what I'm currently working on. All of that is on my members only page for my newsletter subscribers. So if you want to read those, definitely go subscribe there. And last were my channel goals. And I only had a couple for this section. So for channel goals, I had create a channel trailer, which I did do that. Get on a consistent schedule, which I have done that now. I post every other Thursday. And the last channel goal was to do more buddy reads and read-alongs. And I kind of did this, I guess. I mean, in a way, sort of, because I joined Holly's Diversity is Lit book club, which I will leave a link to the Facebook group and to Holly's channel down in the description below. But basically, she started a book club to help us read more diverse books, diversify our bookshelves. And so each month we read a book by a BIPOC author, and there's a live stream that she does on her channel at the end of the month where we discuss the book that we read for that month. So, like I said, I'll leave all that information linked down below if you guys want to check it out and join her book club. That will be awesome. So, yeah, I guess in a way I did do more buddy reads because I joined the book club. So, those were my 2020 goals and how I did with all of those. Now, let's go on to my goals for this year, 2021. So, for 2021, my bookish resolution goals. So I'm going to start off with reading goals again. So the first one for reading goals is to read 60 books this year. So 10 more than I said last year. Last year was 50, so 60 books. My second goal is to reread 10 books. So I have a lot of books that I've been kind of wanting to reread, especially series. Like, I've kind of been wanting to reread the Mortal Instruments series, and I might do that in 2021. There's like 6 or 7 books in that series, so that's like more than half of the 10 books goal anyway. But yeah, at least 10 books to reread. My next goal is to finish 5 series from my backlist books list for my TBR shelf. So I have a ton of books on my shelf behind me, as you can see, that I need to read and haven't gotten to quite just yet. I think probably if you can see my bookshelves, I've got 2 tall ones on each side of the TV and a shorter one under the TV. And so between these 3 bookshelves, I've probably read about maybe 30% of what's on these shelves. So there's a lot of books on these shelves that I need to get to. The middle shelf is my favorite shelf. So the small one underneath the TV, that's my favorite shelf, favorite books shelf. So I've already read all those that are on that shelf. But the other 2 tall ones on the sides, those are what I really need to get to. I've read some of the ones on the tall shelves, but like I said, there's a lot that I haven't. I've probably read about maybe 30% 30 to 35% of those books. So, lots of books on my TBR. Hoping to get to at least 5 series that are on my TBR bookshelf. The next reading goal is to finish 4 tomes. Again, I want to try to do that this year as well. So, again, tomes would be any book that's 500 pages or more is what I'm considering a tome. And if I reread the Mortal Instrument books, those will probably carry me into more than 4 tomes anyway, because those books are huge. The next one is to read 10 middle grade books. I'm going to try to do better this year with the middle grade and adult books, because I read a lot of YA, but I want to read more middle grade and adult as well. So 10 middle grade books, and the next goal, 10 adult books for this year. And the last reading goal is just to continue participating in the Diversity is Lit book club. Now, for writing goals, my writing goals this year, writing/publishing, is I want to finish up my NaNoWriMo project that I started, the As A Witches, and I want to get that completely edited, get it out to betas, and publish it hopefully in the fall. My second writing goal for this year is to work on the sequel to the As A Witches. I have no idea how long this series is going to turn out to be, and I'm still kind of debating between whether I'm going to keep it as a serial or make it into a novel series. I started off thinking it was going to be a serial, which, if you guys don't know, a serial, or what's called episodic fiction, is like a TV show kind of, but in book format. So there's like a season and there's different episodes that make up a season. So I originally was going to have 4 episodes in the first season. Now I'm just kind of like, do I want to keep it as a serial, or do I want to just put it all together and make it into a book series? Kind of debating on that still, but either way, I want to publish the first one, and I want to work on getting through the second one by the end of this year. That's my writing goal. And then for my channel goals, I just really have only 2. The first one is just to try to stay on a consistent schedule. So, like I said, right now I'm doing every other Thursday. So I want to try to stick with that. And the second channel goal is I want to do more collab videos with other author tubers. So that's my second channel goal. And if you're an author tuber and you would like to do a collab video, please let me know, because I would love to do some with author tubers out there. So that's it for this video. Those are my 2021 Bookish Resolutions. Let me know in the comments below what are some of your goals for 2021. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I post new videos every other Thursday, so I will see you guys soon. Bye!